Good day, grade 3 pupils. Welcome to our lesson for English 3, quarter 2, week 2, day 1. Our topic for today is legends, inferences, and demonstrative pronouns. Before we begin, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Objectives. At the end of the lesson, the learners are expected to identify high-frequency words correctly, comprehend stories by inferring the character's feelings and traits, identify words with different functions or demonstrative pronouns, use own words in retelling legends, and compose text to react to characters, events, or setting in the story. Activating prior knowledge. Let's read. Take, every, old, by, after. Think, let, going, walk. Again, may, stop, fly. Very good. Now, who can tell me what kind of story we read last week? That's right, it is a myth. Very well said. This time, we are going to read another interesting story. Lesson Purpose Intention. You will learn about high-frequency words, demonstrative pronouns, composing text to react to the legends read, and making inferences on characters' feelings and traits. Lesson Language Practice. Today, we will learn some high-frequency words. These are words we see and use often when we read and write. Let's read these words together. Tree, fruit, happy, family, cloud. Very good. Let's talk about these words. Tree. What can you see on a tree? That's right. Leaves, fruits, branches. Fruit. What is your favorite fruit? Happy. When do you feel happy? Family. Who are the members of your family? And cloud. What do clouds look like in the sky? Some of these words follow the VCV pattern. Vowel, consonant, vowel. Let's find them. Happy. Family. These are examples of VCV words. Reading the key idea stem. The legend of a mango tree. A long time ago, in a small island named Guimaras, there lived a kind woman named Mayang. She worked hard every day to take care of her family and the plants in her garden. She was always helpful and the people in the village liked her very much. What words describe Mayang in the story? Correct. She is kind, hardworking, family-oriented, helpful, and admirable. One day, Mayang went to the river to wash some clothes. While she was there, she saw a big tree with shiny golden hanging from it. Mayang felt curious and happy. She picked one and said, "I wonder how this fruit tastes. It was so sweet and juicy." Question. Why did Mayang decide to pick and taste the fruit? Correct. Because she got curious, she felt happy and excited when she saw the golden fruits. Maybe I can bring more of those fruits home. She wondered while looking at the golden fruits hanging on the big tree. Mayang decided to pick more fruits from the tree and fill in her laundry basket. Mayang smiled while holding the mangoes and said, "I want to share this with my family." Question. Why did Mayang decided to pick more from the tree? That's right. For her family. But just as she said this, The sky became dark and a strong wind began to blow. A big cloud appeared in the sky. From the cloud, a loud voice said, "Mayang, why did you eat that fruit?" Mayang felt scared but answered, "I am sorry. I did not mean to do something wrong. I just wanted to share these fruits with my family because I thought it would make them happy." Questions. Why do you think that big dark clouds got angry upon seeing Mayang? Do you think the big dark cloud will accept Mayang's explanation? Then the cloud went away and the sky became clear again. When Mayang looked at the tree, she saw something amazing. The tree had turned into a beautiful tree with bright yellow fruits. The people from the village heard about the tree and came to see it. They were happy because the tree gave them sweet and tasty mangoes to eat. From that day on, the villagers took care of the mango tree, and Mayang was known as the woman who take care of the mango tree and made it the sweetest and tastiest fruit it is now today. Question. How did Mayang convince the big dark cloud of her good intentions? Do you think Mayang is a good woman? Developing understanding of the key idea stem. Most of the time when we read, the author does not always tell us what exactly is happening in stories. As readers, we need to think and to look for clues so we can better understand what we are reading. We call this making inferences. To make an inference means to make a logical guess about what we are reading. We do this, for instance, when we infer what characters are feeling. These are the steps in inferring characters' feelings. Number 1, read the passage. Number 2, look for text clues on the character's feelings and traits through his or her words, actions, behaviors, thoughts, response, attitude, words of other characters. Number 3, think of a similar experience. And number 4, connect the text clues with one's own experience to make an inference. We use the following equation or formula in making an inference. Text clues plus experience equals inference. Let's analyze some of the events and dialogue for the story we have read. I will show you how to make an inference on the character's feelings. I wonder how this fruit tastes. It was so sweet and juicy. Maybe I can bring some of those fruits for my family. This was said by Mayang. Let me think of the text clues. Mayang smiled while holding the mangoes and said, "I want to share this with my family." So that is the text clues. Now, let me think of my own experience. I remember traveling to nice places and I always bought something nice for my family as pasalubong, gift, or souvenirs. So for my experience, pasalubong, gift, or souvenirs. Now that I have my text clues and my own experience, I can already make connections between the two. I think, just like Mayang in the story, I am also thoughtful that I remember my family. I want them to see, hear, touch, and feel things that I have experienced. So for my inference, I am also thoughtful, same as Mayang. Meaning understanding of the key idea stem. We will have a fun activity using pictures and words. But before that, let's have a short review. Do you still remember our lesson about demonstrative pronouns? This means one thing that is near. Example, this is my book. That means one thing that is far. Example, that is your bag. This means many things that are near. Example, these are my pencils. Those means many things that are far. Example, those are my shoes. Now, I will show you some pictures. Each picture has a sentence. Let us read the sentences together. For picture number 1, I wonder how this fruit tastes, which is a demonstrative pronoun. That's right. This. Is the fruit near or far? Yes, it is near. Picture number 2. Maybe I can bring more of those fruit home. Which demonstrative pronoun do you hear? That's right, those. Are the fruits near or far? Yes, it is far. Picture 3. I want to share these fruits with my family. Which demonstrative pronouns do you hear? That's right, this. Are the fruits one or many? Yes, it is many. Picture 4. Mayam, why did you eat that fruit? Which demonstrative pronoun do you hear? Very good. That. Is the fruit near or far? Yes, it is far. Making generalization and abstraction. Before we end our lesson, let's think about these two questions. Why is it important to infer? The possible answers are, so we can understand the story better, so we know what the character feels even if it is not written. Yes, inferring is important because it helps us understand the story more deeply. Sometimes, the author does not say everything directly. We use clues to find out the meaning. For number 2, what are the steps in inferring characters' feeling? The possible answers are, look at the actions, think about the words, check the pictures, and use own ideas. That's correct. The steps are, look at the clues in the story, think about what does clues means, connect them with your own ideas, then make a smart guess about the character's feeling. Evaluating learning. Direction. Using the word pull below. Infer the character's feelings and trait. Here are the correct answers. For our homework, research about a province, town in the Philippines you'd like to visit. Write down its tourist destination, famous sceneries, local products, dialects and slogan, taglines, what it is known for and its people. Great job today, everyone! You listened well, shared your thoughts, and work hard. Keep up the good work. Always remember to read, learn, and have fun. See you next time!